Well, hi besties, I'm back. I've been super busy lately and I'm sorry I didn't really have time to post in a while, but now I'm back and I'll try to be more active if I can. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly talk about something that people have been discussing a lot lately after lesserafim and their underwhelming encore stage for Easy. This kick-started a broader discussion about vocals in K-pop, how much they really matter and how much we tend to lower our standards. People were talking about lesserafim a lot, when this is actually a discussion that can potentially apply to every group out there. I will tell you my thoughts and you can feel free to tell me yours so we can discuss about this. Now let's get into the video. Saying you don't care about vocals is actually disrespectful to the K-pop genre and the idols themselves. After the recent lesserafim encore stage, there has been a whole discussion about the importance of vocals in K-pop and obviously everyone had their own opinion. Some people care about vocals above everything else. Others care about other sets of skills more but still consider vocals important, while others just simply don't give a damn about idols sounding good, thinking that at the end of the day an idol's job is to entertain and sell a fantasy, so it doesn't matter if they don't sound good. I think this is objectively disrespectful to the K-pop genre as a whole, because there are idols out there who have worked so hard to be taken seriously, who want to showcase their talent and want to be appreciated for it. And then there's people that don't even put expectations on these idols at all and don't consider them real artists but just entertainers who are supposed to be funny and look pretty on stage, which is incredibly sad because I'm sure every idol wants to be taken seriously. There is just so much talent in K-pop but this mindset is only contributing to people thinking of K-pop as a joke. You must have definitely heard locals saying K-pop is a stupid hobby for girls who just want to thirst over attractive guys and things like that. There have been many K-pop artists that have tried to fight this stigma for years, showing that K-pop can be meaningful and idols can be genuinely talented. But now if K-pop stans themselves start treating idols like just pretty faces like locals have been doing for years, that's just a big slap in the face to all those idols who are genuinely talented. I'm not saying everyone needs to sing like Mariah Carey, and it's okay if your faves aren't strong vocalists and you still love them because of other qualities. That's totally cool. But it pisses me off how some of you have to diminish the importance of vocals as a whole just because an idol you like is a weak singer. You can stan whoever you like for whatever reason you like, but don't expect other K-pop stans to lower their standards, because idols are not there to just sell a fantasy. Actually, I'm sure these idols would be sad if they knew what their own fans think of them, that it doesn't matter if they aren't talented because they just need to be pretty and funny. That's just insulting to them as people and as artists. And as K-pop stans we definitely need to change our mindset. Idols shouldn't be immune to criticism and criticism isn't always hate. Some fans blindingly accuse everyone of being a hater just for criticizing a poor performance. And I mean, there are definitely people that just take chance to hate on groups which is obviously disgusting. But others are just genuinely expressing their wishes for the idols to improve their skills which doesn't seem like too much to ask for. After all, we are literally paying these groups with our own money by buying their merch, their albums, their concert tickets, so I think we have the right to expect more from them if they lack in a certain department. Sometimes people exaggerate everything just to send hate to certain groups, but some performances can be objectively bad. I feel like it's fine to criticize someone if they give a bad performance without being accused of being a hater. The difference between criticizing and hating is that even if the idols improves, haters are still gonna hate. Whereas people who are giving constructive criticism are gonna be proud of the idols for improving. Many people are willing to change their mind about idols if they see an improvement. Not everyone is blindingly hating on your faves and I hate how giving criticism is almost seen like a taboo. For instance, if teachers weren't allowed to criticize students' mistakes then students would never learn anything. I should be able to talk about things that I don't like about a performance without people thinking I just wanna see an idol failing. Idols shouldn't be immune to criticism. Not even our faves, because constructive criticism actually works for the better most of the time and it actually makes the idols genuinely improve in the long run. We all have a very clear image of the typical K-pop idol compared to Western artists, and sadly we often tend to take Western artists more seriously because we consider them as real singers. Western artists are generally only expected to serve good vocals, while K-pop idols are also expected to be good dancers, to fit beauty standards and to be good role models to those who follow them. On one hand, we expect more from idols than we do from Western artists, but on the other hand we tend to often lower our standards when it comes to K-pop. Sometimes some idol singing skills are very underdeveloped and we are just okay with it because we always look at the bigger picture and we are willing to accept their lack of skills if they're overall a good idol. And by good idol I mean someone who can entertain people and who is at least decent at everything, even if they're not great. This is exactly what is expected of them, being enough, even if they're not great. We excuse idols for their lacking skills if they manage to make up for it with other qualities, and I don't feel like this is inherently wrong, but that still doesn't mean we have to stay silent and we can't possibly speak up about how we wish to see improvement. I feel like sometimes we have high standards when it comes to things that don't matter, like visuals and weight, while we lower our standards when it comes to things that are actually important, like skills. I personally think that it's okay if an idol isn't the strongest when it comes to a certain ability, but they should definitely make up for it by being strong when it comes to other skill-related assets. It's not enough if you make up for your lacking skills just with your visuals and funny personality. Since this whole discussion seems to have gotten out of hand ever since lesserafim's encore, let's talk about lesserafim specifically. Well, they are definitely not the problem. I feel like people are just using lesserafim as a scapegoat. It's clear that many K-pop stans are not satisfied with the direction K-pop is going in terms of vocals. People are tired of companies not investing in proper vocal training. People are tired of auto-tune. They're tired of choreographies being considered the most important aspect of a song instead of the vocals. And lesserafim's underwhelming encore came at the right time, in the midst of K-pop stans being dissatisfied because of all of these problems. So now everyone who was not happy about how things were going is jumping on this hate train to prove their point. But lesserafim is not the problem. If it had been any other group in their place, the same thing would have happened anyway. People are also exaggerating lesserafim's lack of vocal skills, acting as if two good vocalists like Chaerwon and Yoonjin were not in the group. I can agree that at this point Sakura seems to be a lost cause. If she hasn't improved in the past 10 years as an idol, she most definitely won't improve now. But Chaerwon and Yoonjin are solid vocalists, while Kazuha and Doonja are decent, just like many other idols out there. Idols that some of these haters are probably standing while simultaneously shitting on lesserafim when their faves aren't even better than them. I'm not gonna pretend like lesserafim have never done any disappointing vocal performance, but y'all are making it seem as if the whole group was trash and they were the worst vocalists to have ever existed in K-pop. The truth is that they are not the problem and they just represent most people's dissatisfaction with the fact that vocal skills seem to no longer matter in the industry. In conclusion, I think that as K-pop stans we shouldn't lower our expectations so much when it comes to vocal skills. It's obvious that not every member of a group can be a strong singer, but even those who are not strong should at least be decent. And we can't just settle for everything, because otherwise companies will stop putting effort into training their artists if they see that having good vocals is no longer important. If we make companies think that we don't care about vocals, they're not gonna bother and won't invest into properly training their idols. Mediocre singers have always existed in K-pop. It's not a new thing, but now more than ever it's clear that companies are putting vocals aside in favor of cool choreographies and catchy melodies. This is a problem that concerns the whole industry. It's not about any particular group or company necessarily, and everyone who tries to blame a specific group for these problems is just finding an excuse to hate on that group. However, it's also wrong to completely shield our faves from any form of criticism and blindingly defend every mistake they make, because otherwise they will never grow and companies will never bother to take into considerations our demands. Anyway, this is everything I wanted to say. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Thank you again for watching this video. Bye everyone.